Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. This is going to be the first video of the year. And we're going to talk about the price trends for your Infinity Q50. So guys, let's go. Let's jump into the video. First thing, shout out to my whole Boost in Motion family. Much love. I appreciate you guys for your support. And if you're new to the Boost in Motion channel, I'm Boost. But guys, if you're part of this family, right? I put a link above. Guys, go subscribe to my second channel called Boost Informs. If you really want to support me, please go definitely tap in. I want to get 1,000 subscribers on that second channel. If you guys have been already following it, I was recently going to buy an M3 competition. That's for the foreign channel. And also, I'm looking for big dog cars. I even looked at an S63 recently and a G12 Alpina. So I'm getting big dog cars over here. But this one, I still want to get a Q50, and I'm still searching for one. So, guys, I know, just be patient. Anyways, so we're going to talk about the price trends, right? Now, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, usually I use Car Gurus. Car Gurus is one of the best websites that takes the retail price trends and they just plot it on a graph. And over the last 2 years, I've been doing updates every quarter or every 6 months. And Q50 prices have really collapsed. And even then, for what I've been seeing on the market for regular Q50s is insane. So guys, let's go. Let's jump into it. Now, I plotted some dates. I plotted the today's January 2nd, when I'm going to drop this video, January 2nd of 2018 all the way to 2025. Damn, I've been in this game for a while. Now, I plotted different plots. I have 2014, 2018, 2016, 2020. These are usually the updates, usually the years that most people on average usually get. So let's start with 2014, right? And let me just remove the other plots, and then we're going to add them as we go. I'm going to try to make this as informational as I can. Now, what I always sit there and say in all my videos is this big hump that you see here when this graph goes up, that is not real. Okay, don't pay that any attention. That was during the pandemic. That was during where the cars will never appreciate in value. Right? So always remember that. Right? Now, at the end of 2019 going to January 2020, the 2014 was right around $17,000. $17,000. Remember that. Right? The 2014. The car was supposed to continue to depreciate. This car is supposed to be under $10,000. Once you saw that the interest rate started going back up in somewhere around, I think it was late 2021, early 2022, somewhere around here, that's when the Q50 prices started going back down again. So we can officially say about 5 years later, it took 5 years for now the 2014 on average to be listed somewhere around $13,000. This car is actually worth less than that. You're going to see Q50s on the Car Guru's website under 10,000, like 150 miles. You're going to see 7, 8, 9, 10,000. Those are more of the rough shape ones, or ones with really high mileage are not as desirable, right? And understand this too. Sports are pretty rare. So sports you're going to see between usually right around $15,000 to $20,000. But there's really not much 3.7s on the market. And I actually want to even apply it in the 2015. Remember, this also is going to apply to the 3.5 hybrid also. So this will plot in all of those, right? Now, here's the thing I really want to pay attention to too. Compared to about a year ago will be somewhere right around this plot right here. Somewhere right around here. About a year ago, right there. About a year ago, the 2014, 2015s were selling for between $16,000 to $17,000. A year later, we decreased even more. So year to date, year over year, it's saying that the prices of the 2014 and 2015s decreased about 11 to 10, I'll say 9 to 10% on average. Let's pick that number. Right? Now, let's go to the desirable model, right? We really necessarily care about the 2016 model. That's when they added the 2.0T, 3.0T / Red Sport, and they still had a hybrid, and that was it, right? Just want to make sure. 2.0T, 3.0T, and 3.0, yeah. So added that model. Now, same thing here. Remember, this is a new year, so the prices are going to start off a little more expensive. Don't pay attention to the end of December. Well, we'll pick that as an example 5 years ago. And that next plot was before the pandemic, was 22,000. Don't pay attention to this hump. Now we're at on an average listing price of $15,000. Guys, this is affordable. I'm going to say it on video. This is very affordable. $15,000 for a twin turbo Infinity vehicle. Year over date, somewhere right around let's see here. Even a year ago, yeah, a year ago, the car was selling for 18 grand. But the car was mainly when I did an update with the car. A lot of these cars were mainly somewhere in the low 20s. So this car is very freaking affordable. This with even decent credit, you're paying like maybe like $300, $250, $300 a month. So getting a 26, and this includes red sports, guys. I've seen red sports with higher mileage, like in the six digits, right? Like $14,000, $15,000. It's if you want a Q50 3.0T right now, and this is the time to pick it up. And they're only going to get cheaper because there's so much of them on the market. Remember, what Infiniti did wrong was they ran this car so long that you have the 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22. All these cars are pushing the older years down. So there's so much to supply of them that they're relatively really cheap. Now, let's go for the desirable model, another desirable model, the 2018 model. You see how everything's running pretty parallel with each other? That lets you know that is normally what's happening in the market. Same thing here. We're going to plot in about a year ago. A year ago would be about 18 grand for the 2018, which is crazy. About 22 grand. Now you could pick up a 2018 in the teens. Guys, I see Luxes, like the regular 3.0Ts, all-wheel drives for like low teens. These cars are, and their mileage is not that bad. Mileage be like 70, 80K. It's not bad. These cars are very, very affordable. Year over date for that one is about 15%. So the 2018 model and the 2016 model had the biggest depreciation. Now let's go to the 2020. Some of you guys have the 2020 models. Once again, very parallel, very similar. And the year over date on that one is 15%. So it's been hit a lot. And that average price listing right now is around $23,000. And we'll go to ones that are still under warranty. I think the warranty is like, I think the 2020s may still be coming out of warranty. But let's say you want to go pick up a Q50 now and it still has warranty. Let's pick 2022. That one has a year over date of 1386, and the average listing price is right around 20. Okay, it's not giving me that one. I won't be able to press on it. It wasn't letting me get it. But the average price looked like somewhere around $30,000. Be honest with you, I'm going to say it on video. Don't buy the 2022s. Unless you really want warranty and stuff like that. Try to get one that's still like 3 to 4 years old. But try to get the prices as affordable as possible with the least amount of mileage or mileage that's still in the warranty. So unless you do a lot of driving, right? Because at this point, the 2022, 2020, same model. 2023, 2024, what's the point? Look at this. $40,000 for a 2020 whatever 4 model? No. Unless you're buying this stuff on a lease for really cheap because they're trying to get rid of the car, don't waste your time with it, guys. I would recommend buying a 2018 to 2020 with low miles. That's it. If you want to get in these vehicles, that's what I recommend. And even on video, I want to go to some listings. And let's go through it. I'm also on my Boost and Forums channel. I had a lot of people that's from the Boost and Motion channel sat there and say, Boost, because you deal with the foreign vehicles now. You should be able. You do like a video on the price market and pretty much a pricing guide for the foreign vehicles. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. So definitely, guys, go tap into my Boost and Forums video. A lot of you guys end up going in BMWs. I'm going to do an M340 price guide for you guys. It might not come out today, but it's going to come out next couple of days. So definitely go subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit all so you can see the update because I'm going to do a pricing guide on M340s. Also, guys, remember, I have a BMW 740i 2021. So I'm in the B58 game. But, that's a cruiser. I'm not doing any of that crazy stuff, all right? So let's do Q50s real quick. Now, I usually do all the mileage everywhere. If you guys want to tap out right now, I understand. I'm not going to get mad at you. But right now, I'm going to try to help you guys through your purchase. Now, 2024, I told you guys, don't even buy that. Like, don't even waste your time. So you do 2016, 2017. This is the one with a different bumper. That's it. Everything else is the same technically. If you guys want to get the oldest model, right? Now, trim, sorry 2.0T guys, not a lot of people are buying those cars. You still can if it's really, really affordable, but we really like the all-wheel drive versions. And I still always recommend the 3.0T Sports because those are my favorite ones because you get all the red sport packaging and everything like that. That's why I usually like the red sports. But you know what? How am I going to do this? So I usually kind of go off the mileage or the lowest price. Some of you guys usually do the lowest price because you want to see if you can be able to afford it. Now, this is just a quick example of some of the vehicles that's on the market. Let me just move myself out of the way because you guys don't have to look at me. All right, let me put myself somewhere over here. Right now, this is a rough estimate, so you can kind of get an idea. They do have the good deal, fair deal things because they just take those numbers and they kind of plot in, seeing if it's come good compared to the market. But always understand that good deal could mean that the car may have issues or, you know, whatever, or that the dealership isn't putting in their hidden fees. Always remember the hidden fees. I actually have a video that dropped recently on my Boosting Forums channel about buying an M5 that I was looking at, but guess what? It had crazy hidden fees, and I didn't go and go take a look at it. So definitely, I break it down. So we'll take a look. 167,000 miles on a 3.0 T. It's not even a full sport, but some of you guys, I know you guys are some 18, 19, so I don't want this to deter you guys. Just also be aware that's a very high mileage. Now comparing that to this one has 105,000 miles. New York City sellers are a little iffy. Sometimes they have hidden fees. So even though they have $11,000 on it, this one, notice this isn't a sport. Once again, it's not a sport. It has a 17-inch wheels. It has a regular premium bumper. Not a real one. This 3.0T is not a sport. It has a regular bumper. No, it might have a BBK. Stay away from anything that says no rating. Now, this one says high price. 2017 with 147,000 miles. They want 11 grand for it. And it says a high price compared to mileage and everything. This one, too, premium 3.0T, about 11K, 135. Just pay attention to the mileage and see how right around the prices or right around that low teens area. A lot, like if I was going to purchase, right, I really want to help you out. Let's say I wanted just a regular premium, right? Just a regular premium. I live in New York City, guys, so remember that. So I would want to pick somewhere close, but let's say I'm doing it based on the lowest price. I have 81 examples from 2016, 2017 for the whole nation compared to where I live. 150,000 miles may be a lot, but it depends on how clean the car is. So let's put that in a second window. And I do this so often, so I kind of know. I don't pay attention to the good deal. I pay attention to the mileage and where the prices start going a little too high. All right, that one's not a real one. That has 60,000 miles. It has no rating. It might be like a rebuilt Savage or something. All right, so this one in Illinois, if you live close, might be a good one. Really, the car looks really clean. The mileage is 91,000, and they want 14 for it. This also depends on the packaging and everything you guys are looking to get in the car. Okay, so right around 70 to 90,000 miles, you see that the car is like $15,000. So how much will it cost for me to get like a 60,000 mile Q50? Let's see. Let's go to that one, right? How much will it cost to get like a 60,000 mile Q50? Because some of you guys don't like too much of a high miles. So we're right around the 60,000 category, and it seems like 60,000 is giving us somewhere between 17 to 17. Yep, right around 17 to $18,000. Right around, because it's fluctuating too much. Like, don't pay this one no attention. It's a New York seller. They're full of BS. We're right around somewhere the 80,000, 7,000 miles for like 80 grand. So let's see what a consistent 60,000 miles get us. So, all right. So 60,000 miles is like $20,000, right? That's somewhere right around it. But think about it like this, right? Right. Break it down. 90,000 miles is like 14. So you'll add like another 5-6 grand just to have about half the life, about a little bit of half the life, but it's also not $20,000. $20,000 on a 72-month finance. That's actually not much of a big difference, guys. I mean, it depends on your lifestyle, but that could be like a difference of like $50. So if you know that you can hash out $50 extra per month, right? Because of $5,000, then do it. You could actually get the car you really want. I really like 3.02. These are regular premiums. So some of these you're gonna see like there's premiums. This one is weird because they don't remember making premiums with the fronts. You'll get like the wheels, but you won't get the full packaging. But maybe you guys will correct me in the comments And anything past $20,000 on 2016, unless it has like baby miles like this one has baby miles like 12K. If this was like a 3.0T Sport with like 12K and it was going for like 20,000, 22,000, get that. Like super baby miles. That car has not been driven. But other than that, yeah. So let's take a quick look at examples of what I would actually get. This one's in Indiana, right? Clean, car looks clean, like the blue color. I'm not a fan of the interior. The interior looks like it's pretty well kept. That seat needs a little bit of wiping. This one's not fully loaded because it doesn't have the driver assistance. Understand, fully loaded in this car is really like when you get the full assistant packages. But in the car world, our fully loaded means does it have BBK, sport wheels, and a sport bumper. I get it, but I care about everything, all the shabil, especially for an older car like this. I think this is a really clean car, right? It has 150,000 miles, under 10K. It looks really clean, depending on the Carfax. Don't trust a car, one owner. But definitely take a look at their Carfax. I think this car may be a good one if somebody want to purchase this one. I would actually recommend this one. Once again, if color and everything is not your thing, I get it. This one also, 2017 Premium. This one has 90,000 miles. I think this one's priced really good. Don't pay attention below the market part. It look like it has a little bump here on the bumper. Couldn't see that in a smaller avatar. Brakes look like they're fairly, no, that one might be a messed up brake, because it's not fully contacting the road there. That depends. It might be newer brakes. Interior, this one's not fully loaded. Once again, clean interior, pretty clean, pretty well kept, and it looks like it's good. What's the warrant? Okay, one accident. See, I noticed the bumpers all messed up. One accident. So when they put it together, they didn't put it back right. But that one's not too bad. 14K. So now let me just, before I go, let me do 2018. I'm not going to do 2020s. I'm not going to do that. 2018 is the one where they changed the bumpers. I should do a 3.7, right? I'm going to do a 3.7 for you guys. I should. 2014, 3.7, because you guys know recently I tried to buy the white 3.7 the last couple videos on this channel, and I didn't end up buying it. It finally sold about a little over a month, and somebody came and bought it, so I'm happy for them, but the car wasn't for me. So here's the 3.7s. This one immediately says 35 cash, will need transmission soon. It doesn't need a transmission, guys. Remember, these cars have valve body issues in 2014, 2015, so you can buy a used valve body off a different Infiniti that has a 7-speed and just swap it over and boom. It's not much work. It's about an hour to an hour and a half of work. You're just going to need to buy transmission fluid and the replacement valve body used. Yeah, I know. This one has 166,000 miles. With these cars, guys, don't even get scared about 3.7s. Don't get scared about miles when it comes to 3.7. Just get scared about it for the transmission. But the repair for the transmission to do the valve body is really cheap. So I wouldn't even be scared of it. This one's 8K, but it has 216,000 miles. Rear-wheel drive. I don't want a 3-wheel drive one. I'm sorry. Can't do it, guys. But if you want to, you could see the prices. As I said, you could pick up 3.7s all in the 10K, right? Did I not tell you guys that? Even though it says average price was like 13, 12K, a bunch of rear-wheel drives, old drives, under 10K. Very affordable. Rear-wheel drive with 109 miles, 10,000. These cars are easy to pick up. If it was up to me, that's why I'm looking for 3.7. I don't want to deal with the 3.0T problems again. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But right now, I want to build a 3.7. Like this one looks, I'm not even going to tell you which one to go after. They're really relatively cheap. Just try to get a sport if you can, because you get the BBK, you get the nicer wheels, you get the nicer bumper. It doesn't really change anything on your insurance. It's the same. Insurance is going to go be high anyway because it's a Q50. People steal a bunch of these cars. Now, 2018 will be the last one I'll do. And then 2018, I'm not going to go through the 3.0T sports and all that. I'm going to put, let's say we want to just get in an all-wheel drive Lux at the cheapest with the decent miles. 109 examples. And once again, these look at this 2018 in Virginia for 160,000 miles. This is insane. This is relatively cheap for a twin turbo car that could make 600 horsepower. Yeah, the motor has a lot of miles, but like if you're modifying a 40,000 mile one or 160,000 mile one, like it's gonna have the same issues. Like it is. Yeah, the bearings have a lot more wear on the one 160,000 miles, but if you're gonna mod it, I might as well pop the one that's really cheaper and just put a fresh motor in there. I know that sounds crazy, but I'd rather just pop the older motor and then put a newer, fresher one in there, because if I pop the newer car with the newer motor, now I'm like, damn, I'm spending this more money and I have to replace the motor anyway. I'd rather just get the car I want, the spec I want with high mileage, and then if the motor pop. If it don't pop, then I'm happy. I'm not spending crazy bread, you know? Um, Okay, so this one's a good price. I'm not gonna lie. This one is 118. It has 80 miles, 80,000 miles on it, and they want $13,000 for that one. That's actually a great deal. Even though they say great deal, it is, because look at compared to the other mileage. This one's 13.7, which is a good deal. That one's in Newark, New Jersey. That car may have some issues, because anything close to New York City, I don't trust. Ridgewood, yeah, I don't trust that. No rating, that means it's rebuilt. This one's also in Chicago. They want 15 for that one. So it looks like right around 100,000 miles is $15,000 for the car, right? And let's see how much a 60,000 mile one costs. Let's see. Okay, so the mileage is getting somewhere around the 60s, and right around, yep, it's around 50, 60s now. So if you want a Q 2018 3.0T Lux with like 60,000 miles, is somewhere right around, I would say, $17,000 to $20,000 depending on the Lux. The 3.0T is going to be a little bit more expensive because I just know it will be. Once again, this is all-wheel drive. Remember, rear-wheel drives usually sell for cheaper. Somewhere right around there. Yep. So 3.0Ts are somewhere around higher. Yep, I knew it was going to be higher. 100,000 miles, 17,000. That's in Indiana. So right around probably $20,000 for the 3.0T Sport. And the Red Sports are probably right close to it. It's only 14 examples of 2018s. That means that not a lot of these cars they didn't make much Red Sports. So you don't have much choices to pick. There's one right here with 70,000 miles for $20,000. Be honest with you. Do you want a 2018 3.0T Sport for 20,000 miles with $20,000, or do you want a Red Sport? Like, the price difference now are so close based on mileage and spec that it's like, yo, you might as well just cop a Red Sport if you can. Remember, it's only like $50 more if you can afford it. You know, that 5,000 is like another $50 to $70 a month, and the insurance is going to be pretty much the same. This one's 21,000, and let's see what the lower mileage is. Lowest mileage Red Sport, they tapped out at 25,000. That's crazy. Maybe I should get a 3.0T Red Sport. Maybe I should come back and cop me one of these older ones, or try to get the newest year under like $20,000, like a 3.0T Sport or Red Sport. I do miss the blue, but honestly, guys, if I ever came back to 3.0T, I would have to get a Red Sport. Like, legit, I would have to do it. Like, the blue is gorgeous and everything, but I would have to not do the same thing again. Yeah, guys. I'll click on this one. See, this is in Connecticut. This is probably the real price too, because Connecticut actually really put their prices up properly. This one looks just like, this interior is ugly. Ugh. I'm not a fan of the gray or stone. 70,000. Oh, yeah, this is a regular Sport. It says Red Sport, but it says 300 horsepower. Yo, which one is this? Yeah, this is not a Red Sport. This is a regular 3.0T Sport, bro. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the wheels. Like, when am I bugging? These wheels only come on a 3.0T Sports, because it doesn't even have the S. So they don't know what they're talking about. They might have actually overcharged for this car. 2 accidents reported, 2 owners. Car itself was 35 days on a dealership, and they only went down $1,000. Good reviews. All right, guys. So that's my recommendation. The Q50 market has went down in price. You can pretty much pick up a 3.7, 3.0T, 2.0T. Some of these under 10 grand. And some of these pretty much under about $15,000. That's like $300 car note, right? Or maybe less, depending on if you have good credit. This is a really affordable car to modify to make $500-$600. I mean, I hate to say what BMW guys say, email and downpipe. Email tune, wink, and a downpipe, just lower downpipes, or a full catted downpipe on these cars. You don't have to, and a heat exchanger. What is that, like $2,000 maybe? Invested $2,500, you'll have a car that makes like 450 wheel horsepower. So that's like 550 horsepower car to the crank. So it's 450 wheel horsepower. So That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. So otherwise than that, guys, definitely tap in with my second channel, Boost in Foreigns, if you do want to look into getting a B58. I'm gonna do a pricing guide for it just to see. It ain't gonna be like this. It's gonna be a lot. I'm being thorough with you guys, but it's gonna be a lot shorter for those guys over there. And yeah, I got my free glass from T-Mobile. Um, other than that, I really appreciate your time. I really hope that you guys rock out me for the new year. If you can, go to the bell notification that's right next to the subscribe. Press on that and make sure you hit all, right? Because whenever I upload on this channel, I want you guys to get a notification on your phone. If you have an iPhone, that means you never check your notifications. If you have an Android, that means you actually get it. So I appreciate both of you guys for tapping in with me. And if you know, definitely, if you just go on the web, like, yo, what's Boost doing? Let me go check on him. Because this year is a year of me building a 3.7. I'm going to invest in it. I want to build a 3.7 rods pistons. I want to boost it. Still kind of undecided about the supercharged, turbocharged thing. Definitely want to turbocharge. So we're going to see. All right. So we're going to start cooking for the new year. I love you guys, man. Thank you for rocking out with me all these years. I hope that you and your families are doing great. And I hope that you've been just learning the most you can about vehicles, because I know you love cars. All right. So outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.